Hello and welcome to the Linda Muyobo Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're tuning in for the first time, you are most welcome. If you're watching via Faith World TV, if you're watching via Facebook, or you're watching live at the moment, you are most welcome. We have the opportunity to call in as well. The number is all at the bottom. So if you have a question for my guest later on, please do call in and he'll be able to answer the question. So you're welcome today in the studio. I'm so excited. But before I go on that, my heart goes out to all the parents because I know this week and next week is parents' evening. And I had for one of my sons yesterday, and he's just running around. The thing is, you wait for a whole year, and you're only sitting for 5 minutes with your children's teacher. I mean, it's not fair, is it? But what we do, my husband and I, is we email the teachers on a regular basis. So we email them, and what I found is also if parents engage with the teachers, the children tend to behave, Well, not always, but at least the parents can see that, the teachers can see that the parents are engaging, are actually involved in their children's education. So if you're a parent or a guardian and you're not doing that yet, I would encourage you to do that. Get your children's email address, the teacher's email address, and start communicating with them, because that way you'll also learn more about what your child is doing in school. So going back to my guest in the studio today, we are talking youth crime. We are not going to delve so much into it because we are not experts, but he's going to share his vision and why he's so passionate about helping the youth. And his vision is about transforming 1,000 black boys. Now that is powerful. So if you're out there and you really want to tie in with my guest's vision, please do call in and help in whatever way that you can. Ade, you are most welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good.
Lovely
good.
London weather, nice and cold and rainy. But yeah, welcome to London.
We can't complain.
No, we can't, can we? No.
You have to just roll with it.
This is this.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And you just have to roll with it. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, how have you been?
Great to be here. Do you know what? Really great. It's been a really full-on start to the year.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is really good. So my wife and I, we've got plans for this year, and almost like every weekend in February and March, we're up to something.
Okay.
And then April, similar thing. So it's literally been like, welcome to 2019. Whoosh. There we go.
We have to be grateful. Not a lot of people actually made it into
This is
2019.
true. Yeah.
So whatever the Lord puts in your way to make you prosperous and do something good for the community is always a blessing.
It's a privilege, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. So Ade, you're here today. You have a vision. And you're very passionate about helping the youth. Before we actually delve into that, I want you to just share us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
So at least our viewers can know who are we talking to.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Ade, or Ademola is the full name. If I'm really having fun with it, so I'm Yoruba, Nigerian. I'm one of 5 children, so the
Okay.
only boy out of 5. Mom and daddy still live in Nigeria.
What number are you?
I'm number 4.
Okay.
Number 4. And the thing as well is when I arrived, my parents were super excited. So they
Okay.
gave me all the boys' names that I've been saving. So I can
Wow.
actually share all the boys' names with you if you want. So they absolutely completely went for it. And growing up, left Nigeria when I was 9, and I grew up in the UK with my elder sister. And she put in a lot of work.
Which is good.
Yeah, so she put in a lot of work, and because the thing was, he's the only boy. Make sure he doesn't go off the rails. Make sure he stays on the right track. And my sister and my brother-in-law were strict,
Okay.
like really strict.
Did you find that helpful on reflection now?
Oh, reflection, definitely. At the time, I thought to myself, what's going on? Like sometimes then there came a point when girls started to call the house, and they'd be like, he's not here, hang up. And I'm sat like right over there. And I'm
And you're so upset.
I'm thinking, I wonder who that was. All right. But in hindsight, I just saw that it was their love. And I just saw that it was their commitment.
And they're just looking out for you.
100%.
Yeah.
It was definitely that. So just truly grateful for what they did.
Okay.
And also for my parents for what they did as well, to let their boy go to the UK to have access to things that they couldn't have.
Yeah.
So my parents are absolute giants. Yeah, very grateful to them for that.
Oh, absolutely. You have to acknowledge our parents.
Yeah, we have to, definitely.
I tell you something, when I just started this show, the first show my mom watched, and she said, Linda, you shouldn't put on so much makeup. You're a lady. My mom is very old-fashioned. She doesn't wear makeup. I said, okay, mom. I still listen to my mom up to now.
That's good.
You know, she's got
That
a
is
lot of
good.
wisdom.
Yeah,
So
they
it's very
do.
important.
They definitely do that. Yeah.
It's very important that we listen to our parents. So how was schooling here in the UK for you?
Do you know what? School here in the UK very different to Nigeria when I first came,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the African boy with the accent in class, and there was bullying, and then
And
I
how
just
did you deal with that, with the bullying?
how did I deal with it? So primary school, I was a bit stunned by it. Like I was a bit like very very surprised. Like what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What? I've got an accent? Oh really? Oh, I sound different to everybody else. Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then so my thing was after I finished primary school and then started secondary school, and I said to myself, that bullying thing is not going to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So in secondary school, I became the bad guy.
Oh.
So whenever somebody did something, it was just right. I just beat them up. It was just simply that.
Just simply beating them up.
Just dealt with it basically. And then it got to a stage where when the year ones would start school, they'd be like, "Oh, you're Ademola, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." "You beat my brother last year." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "I want to get you." Okay, so this reputation started to basically follow me around.
Oh.
And then there was one time when I learnt my lesson. I think something happened in school, happened in class, and then I was in the playground, and literally about maybe 15, 20 boys came after me on the playground.
Oh.
And by the time I turned, it was too late to run.
And they would pounce on you.
Totally.
Did you learn your lesson?
I can laugh now. Do you know? I think I did, because in the end, went to Whitechapel Hospital, had my eye X-rayed because somebody used a Dr. Martens on my face.
Oh.
But then it kind of gave me a chance to reflect. So this reputation thing that I have, okay, I need to kind of calm down with it because there's an impact.
But do you
Right.
know something? We are laughing about it, but there's some boys who are actually doing
Totally.
exactly the same thing. What would you advise them if there's a youth out there who are actually facing that kind of challenge, being bullied in school,
Yeah.
and then they decide to take the thing into their own hands by solving the problems?
Wow. Okay. I can't even say that I'm an expert at that. But the
No,
first
we are
thing
not
to do,
experts.
yeah.
But from your experience, what would you advise them to do if somebody's doing exactly what you did?
I said the first thing that I would say is just to talk about it, as in let the people around you care about you know. It could be like let your parents know, let your close friends know, people that have your back. Speak with them because it doesn't
Rather
necessarily
than
have to.
bolting everything in.
Yeah, because what comes to mind is my nephew, who's 11, November last year. I got a phone call from my sister, and she was like, "Demola, I need you to calm down." So I was kind of like relaxed. When she said that, I thought to myself, right, come on, let me have it. And she said, yeah, that Stephen's been getting bullied in school, and my blood started to rise. Started to get really angry. And she said, this boy in class said that you're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you. And it said
That's
to him
frightening.
twice. Especially with the newspaper headlines and
Yes.
everything. So I was thinking, right, well, we've got to deal with this. But my first reaction was, right, I'm going to get this boy. I'm going to let the school have it. What's his parents' problem? So that was the first place that I went to. I just
Yeah.
kind of thought to myself, well, that would be the ordinary way to approach it.
Oh yes, for a lot of people.
Totally.
For a lot of people.
But
It's
what if you
human
could just
nature.
like step back from that initial fleshy, ordinary reaction and just think, well, what difference could I make in this situation?
You're not going to make any difference. If anything, you're going to make the situation really worse.
By doing it that way.
Yeah.
But then the conclusion was, do you know what? I want to have a conversation with the school, and actually, I want to talk to this boy's parents. And then let's also have a conversation with the boy's parents and his siblings. If he's got any brothers or sisters, let's sit them all down. So our family talk to your family, and we'll
That's
explain
right.
what's going on. And I went to the school, had a conversation with them, and the school were actually stunned with that suggestion
Wow.
because it just made sense. Sit both families down.
But it's something you had prayed over, isn't it, before you actually approached the school?
Yeah, it was. It was. But the more was also there because I've done lots of stuff on self-development. And I say that God's trained me through it massively. And I just see if you stand for a commitment, if you stand for things being transformed, you can bring it about by just speaking with people, having conversations with them.
Absolutely, having a dialogue.
Yeah, having dialogue.
You solve a
by
lot
not
of
going by
problems.
your initial reaction.
Yeah.
Actually looking for, well, what could be different here? What can we bring about that's actually not here that would be absolutely inspiring? So that's what I went for.
Okay.
And I had a conversation with the school. The teacher was blown away by the conversation. And they left something with him. And they gave him ideas. Because of their policy, they couldn't sit both families down.
Of course, of course.
But now the situation is different. So for a young person in that position, I'd say speak up, have a conversation, tell your parents. There's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And I think it also helps if parents actually give the children the platform so they're open. So, you know, you can come and talk to me about anything.
That's very, very important.
Yeah.
I can also say this. So me coming from African background, sometimes the perception was you can't say those things to your parents. It's always like, I'll discipline you before I listen to you. But if children know, or if parents, as well as the stick, they demonstrate the love.
Oh, absolutely.
And
They
also
do.
say
They do.
the love, like I love you. Actually say those words. It makes a massive difference. And it allows the children to know that they've got direct access to their parents. And they can tell their parents anything. It's powerful. Makes a massive difference.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. Now, moving forward, Get-Hench.
Yeah. Get-Hench.
From a solely focused fitness company to helping the youth.
Yeah. What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, I mean, so when I first went into started business, it was about me. Got to make money, revenue, take over the world.
I know.
I want to buy this, I want to have that. So that was really the vision. But then there was always this passion for just wanting to inspire people and wanting people to just be inspired by the gift of life that they have and by the unique talent that they have, just them. So that was always there. So I'd always kind of thought, well, I have Get-Hench on one side, and then on the other side, I'll start up another company just to inspire people. That was always my rationale and my thinking. And how I could put it is, just speaking honestly, I was always praying to God, like, God, order my steps, like in my life.
And He does.
Let your 100%.
He does.
Let your will be done. That was always the prayer. And I came across this course in 2014 called Landmark.
How are you doing with time? So good.
And did the course, and through the different parts of it, I got really clear that, hold on, Ade, your business is the same thing. You don't need another business. Your business is an expression of your passion, and yours is to inspire people. So rather than just making fitness and clothing the sole focus of it, do something that's inspirational, that's about self-development, that helps people and supports people to discover their purpose and their potential. So that's where it all came from. So that's how it transitioned from just clothing, fitness.
Are you still doing the clothing line?
100%. So how I'd explain it, so Get-Hench, we are an inspiration brand.
Okay.
And we stand for self-development and transforming lives.
How did the name come about, though, Get-Hench?
Do you know what? It was actually, so Get-Hench initially was someone that I used to partner with.
Okay.
Came up with a slogan called Get-Hench or Die Trying. So that was a slogan initially. And I got involved with it. I just kind of saw there's more to this. And eventually, as things would transpire, I became the sole owner of the company and just bought the rights of it off him. And then when I looked at it, I thought, you know what, Get-Hench is more than just muscles. It's actually Get-Hench.
In the mind.
Yes. Because once that's there, everything else falls into place.
Absolutely. It starts with the mind.
Totally. So then it became about that vision, that it's actually Get-Hench up here, because if you have that, if you're into fitness, then that impacts fitness. If you're into music, impacts music. If you're into business, impacts that. If you want to write books, or you want to play the violin, whatever it is you want to do, it really impacts that. So that's where the name came from, and then grew, and then evolved into
helping youth.
Yeah, and like hench came like it's London slang, like I've got muscles, but for us, it's evolved into developing your mind.
The mind, the muscles
your mind
in
growing,
the mind.
of course. Yeah, so that's
which
what
is even more powerful than actually developing muscles in your
100%.
arm. Okay.
It's all over Proverbs and Ecclesiastes,
yes,
right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So
the vision you have for transforming 1,000 black boys.
Yeah. I mean, so if I can share this with you, because you asked the question. So how we would, our vision is that people are unleashed into their greatness and become purpose. And our slogan is be your awesome.
Okay.
So that's what we stand for.
Be your awesome. You hear that?
So be your awesome. Just because you've got your own unique fragrance. So don't try and be somebody else. So with 7.5 billion people on the planet, everyone has a unique DNA.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So that must therefore mean that even if someone's got a talent that's similar to yours, they can't do it how you can do it.
Not at all. No one can be you.
Exactly.
And no one can be me.
Exactly that.
They can try, but they can never be you or I.
Exactly
and
that.
That actually reminds me on Sunday, because I teach the youth as well.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
girls.
From church?
Yeah, from church. Yeah.
Okay.
You're 9 to 13. And I was telling them, and we were on a topic about if only I was smarter, if only I was lighter, if only I was slimmer. And then I told them, I said, you know what? If we were all the same, it would really be boring. Just look at your 5 fingers.
Yeah.
Are they all the same size?
No, of course
They're
not.
all different. Without the thumb, you can't do something. Without the little finger, you can't do something. So they were like, oh, really? I didn't see it that way. So the same
That's
thing,
really
you've
good.
got to be an individual.
That's really good.
You have to.
Yeah, and I think that's got to be the conversation with young people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
They
just
need,
embrace
they
your
need us.
uniqueness.
They need us.
Totally. So, yeah, and that also ties into what the 1,000 Black Boys project is an expression of that. Is an expression of, so Get-Hench is for everyone, every young person. We also offer our services.
And what's the age group?
So the age group, so do you know, I've been to schools, we've spoken to 11-year-olds and upwards. For the 1,000 Black Boys project is for 16 plus. Just
16
because
plus, okay.
if somebody wants to bring along like their
Don't
young...
you think you should start it a little earlier?
Do you know what? I'd love to. What somebody said to us, one of my friends who's a school teacher, said that if it's under 16, they need parents' notes,
Okay.
parental approval,
Yeah.
and things like this. But what I would say is, if somebody wanted to bring along their 10-year-old and 11-year-old, and
With
mummy
their
and dad was there,
consent.
with their consent, they can be in the room.
Okay.
100%.
So at least if somebody's under 16 with the parents' consent, they can
Yeah.
join in.
Yeah.
Okay. They can be
Ideally-
supported rather.
Yeah. If the parents are there, if mummy and daddy are there, or older brother, older sister are there, come along.
Okay.
Come along. And it's really that they get inspired. So I want, you know, we see the news, we see how it's portrayed, with all the stabbings and killings in London. And I used to live in Tottenham, and I just wanted these young Black boys just to really get their power
That's the thing.
and to get a difference that
That's
they
the
can make.
thing. You know, you're only a teenager once. Since we woke up this morning, Ade, we cannot reclaim the hours.
I know,
we lost.
right?
We
We're
can't.
like, how many hours older now?
Yeah.
Look.
We can't reclaim
Yeah,
it
it's
back.
gone. It's totally
know?
gone.
No,
Yeah.
it's really good what you're trying to do with the youth. Okay, it's
Thank you.
not about being an expert in anything. It's about having a passion
Yeah.
and a drive.
Yeah.
You know, to actually say that, you know, I want to make a difference. And there's nothing wrong with starting small. All you need to know is just let the viewers know how they can support you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, so viewers, how you can support us. So literally, it's just a passion. So the website just went live on Tuesday of this week. And as we speak right now, we just launched our Eventbrite about 2 hours ago.
Okay.
Our Instagram isn't up yet for 1,000 Black Boys. Our Facebook isn't up yet. Our Twitter isn't up yet. So I just kind of figured, rather than waiting for things to be perfect, let's go and then let's literally build it as we go along.
Oh, absolutely. There's
Totally
nothing
that.
wong with building as you
Yeah.
go along. You don't
So we
wait
just
until
go build
everything
it.
is perfect.
Totally.
You know,
totally.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
At least there's an avenue where people can get in touch with you.
Yeah, I mean, so just to answer the question, so how you can support us is, so it's going to be on the 23rd of March in London. So 1,000 Black Boys, 23rd of March in London. The venue is TBC. We're looking for a venue that's around about 1,500 people. So we don't know where that is yet. So if you have somewhere in mind, or you know someone that knows someone, reach out to us, get in touch with us.
Okay.
Somebody who's got a passion for social media marketing, and you share our vision and our passion, and you just want to contribute, come and join the team. Completely go for it. Any kind of expertise that you have, any other organizations who share the vision, because it's not my thing, it's not my project, it's for all of us.
Of course.
So all of you who share the vision and passion, reach out and get in touch with us. You can get through to me if you go to the Get-Hench.com website or gethench.co.uk. You can find us there. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, and it's get, so obviously GET, underscore HENCH. You can reach out to us there as well.
Well, it's all being shown anyway. The
Yeah.
handles are all being shown there.
And then also you can find us on the website, which has gone live, which is 1,000, so 1000 blackboys.com. You can reach out to us there. Yeah, and you know, I'm also on LinkedIn. It's Ademola Jonathan Adeyeba. I've got 10 names, like I said, so I'm just kind of giving you 3 there.
I
But
think
yeah,
they'll have to do with the 3 for now.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so that's how people can get
Okay.
hold of us.
Everything will be on my media handles. If you haven't got it, everything will be on my media handles later on, and you can actually get access to Ade from
Yeah.
there. Okay. So if anyone has a venue that they have in mind that they can help,
Venue. If you've got skills for social media, come and join our team. If you are another organization who shares the vision, come and join our team, and we can just do this together, because it's the vision's big, not just
Yeah.
UK or London and UK, but literally all over the world.
International.
Everywhere where there's a problem or a challenge in this way, and we really want to deal with the actual cause, not just the symptoms.
No, you have to go to the root cause
Exactly
of the
that.
problem.
So people that share that vision, that want to contribute, that are willing to, in a way, like surrender their opinions and go for the vision, then yeah, they can come on partner
It's a
with
very
us.
big vision.
Yeah.
It's a very big vision.
It's scary, but yeah.
But that's what makes it
I know,
actually
right?
exciting,
Because it's
isn't
not
it?
my vision.
No.
I'm like, well, I can't get there by myself. I don't even know how to get to that place. Yeah, so that's
No, but
that's
you
what's
know,
there.
when you have a big vision and it's scary, it's exciting. It keeps you awake at
It
night.
does, yeah, it does. Get out of bed for that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. If you have a small vision and you know you can solve it yourself, then
Yeah.
you know you can do it. You know, you can do it, but it's not going to be exciting.
No, it's not going to fool you up.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
going to be exciting. You know, there was something I wanted to share with you.
Sure.
I was reading up on Professor Green's interview, okay, and he said something that I thought was very exciting. I'm going to quote, and he says, there had been a lot of reference to statistic that it's largely black youth stabbing each other. What was left out was that this is only true of certain areas. As anyone with a brain can work out, in more densely white populated areas, the face of knife crime is white. Now, when we talk of knife crime, my 13-year-old boy asked me last year, because I think last year was the highest number we've had, knife on knife crime, right?
Yeah, in London it was 131.
131. And he asked me, he said, Mommy, why are they only showing black boys stabbing each other? And you know what, I didn't have an answer to that question. Because to come from a 13-year-old boy asking his mother, I didn't have an answer to that question. And it's something that when I talk about it, it sends chills down my spine. So for me, we've seen the media. The media can be biased, okay?
Yeah.
And all they show is black on black stabbing. But I'm sure there are white youth that are stabbing each other as well. What do you think on what Professor Green said?
I'd say in a way it is a fair assessment.
I think we have about.
Yeah, I mean, so it is a fair assessment, and because what I looked at the stats as well, I mean, so there is an agenda. So this is my opinion, that there'll be an agenda to, in a way, taint and just impact how black people and black boys are viewed and portrayed. Like it's there through music, through the media. We like Liam Neeson's interview the other day really brought things to the forefront. And there was even this thing, hopefully we have time for this, there was this video that was going around about 2 months ago of this young white girl talking to her parents, maybe she's like 5 or 6. And then the mum was asking her, who ate the cookies? And then she said someone broke into the house and ate the cookies. And she's like, hold on, so they didn't take the TV or the money, they took the cookies. She said, yeah, took the cookies. And it was a black man, the child said. That was shocking. And then the mother laughed. I thought, interesting. So there's this perception that's there that we're here to deal with. And so I'm just not okay with it just being that.
It's not okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think with your vision that you have, transforming 1,000 boys, which will actually even go up to more than 1,000 boys.
Yeah.
And I would like to encourage our viewers, if you can help Ade in any way, shape or form, in any way, to help his vision come to pass, please do get in touch. Because as parents, as guardians of not only black boys, but of children in general, we have to care for them and we have to provide for our children. And if you know of anyone, please do get in touch and help Ade make his vision come to pass.
Thank you. And just one last thing that I do want to say, for me, obviously, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the strength that he's given me to just do the things that he's called me for. And just if you have a similar vision for yourself, something that scares you, trust yourself.
And go for it.
If you don't trust yourself, trust the Father who created you and go for it. And you'd be so surprised with the things that come your way. Because like I said before, one of the things that came my way was this course that I did called Landmark. And it really helped me to take my faith. Like, it's not a Christian company, but it gets you out there, actually doing the things that you're passionate about. And if somebody wants to
would you encourage
recommend
people
it?
to recommend it?
Yeah, I definitely would recommend it.
Okay.
Because we actually have a Christian team there and we share it with other Christians. And if someone's looking for something to impact their mind and they're thinking how they view their world, I'd definitely recommend that course,
Okay.
Landmark.
How long is the
Massive
course
difference.
for?
The first one lasts for 3.5 days.
Okay.
And you'll be so surprised what you get out of the way in 3.5 days. And you discover that it's not time do you need to deliver results. It's a shift.
It's a shift in the mindset.
Transformation is what you
That's
need.
it.
Basically.
It's all about transformation.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's all about transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, on my show, there's always freebies. Ade is not here to give out any freebies today, but he's here to ask for help.
Next time.
Next time when he comes back, he's going to give out some freebies. But my guest that was here about 3 weeks ago, she had 2 books to give out. Unwind with God. So if this book appeals to you, please do email me and I'll ship it out to you, okay? It's by Genstasia Bull. The second book is Intimate Evening with God. Now, if you struggle finding time on how you want to spend time with God, then I would recommend this book. I have a copy as well at home, and I do go. This is actually a journal, and the way she's written it is actually very simple and straightforward. So do get in touch if you would like these 2 books: Unwind with God and Intimate Evening with God, with God as well. Now,
Yeah, but in more time. 2 more. So one last thing.
yeah,
We do.
30 seconds.
There's also a community that I'm a part of called Kingdom Connections.
Uh-huh.
It's not church, but it's believers from different churches coming together
Okay.
and actually executing the vision of the ecclesia. So, God's, Christ's body being out there in the world. I'd say reach out to us as well. So
Okay.
Kingdom Connections.
We'll put it on our handles.
Yeah, like it's a really powerful vision.
How often is that held? The meeting.
So it's not just a meeting, but it's an actual community of believers,
Okay.
like getting together and going out there into, like right now for me, like young black boys, empowered to go and do that as well.
Okay.
If it's politics, you go. If it's fashion, you go. So that we express our light in the world. Let your light so shine before men
Absolutely.
that they may see your good works.
Absolutely.
That, making that rule.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that we've talked about is going to be on our handles, okay? And next week, of course, is Valentine's week. I don't particularly celebrate Valentine's because my husband treats me on Valentine every day.
Lucky you, man.
But I'm going to have a
good.
guest who is going to come to talk about being kind to yourself. And if you're the kind of person that is actually don't have confidence in yourself, tune in next week. I have a guest who is going to be talking about how you can build confidence and be kind to yourself, love yourself, and she's going to talk about her book as well. So tune in next week, and I won't give her the name yet.
Oh.
Should I?
No, keep it to next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it next week.
Or build up to next week. Yeah.
Yeah, build up to next week. But tune in next week. And thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank you.
I hope you've learned something. But please, if you have any question at all, please do get in touch with us. And we'll try our best to answer your question or signpost it to someone who will help. Until then, God bless you all. Thank you.